What is up, you guys? I'm here at RepTek for the first of 3 videos that will be coming up. This first one is going to be a little bit spicy. It's a tease. Be ready. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, here we go.
This room rarely ever gets above like 72, 73 degrees. During the winter, it'll get down into the 50s at night, and here like mid-60s during the day, and then the warmer months it'll peak like mid-60s at night, and then like low 70s during the day.
It's been really cool to learn something new, and I've always wanted to keep venomous. It just never happened. We always had like beaded lizards and Gila monsters and stuff like that. So I'm actually super excited to get into some of these rattlesnakes and some of these vipers.
So right here, I guess the first one we'll look at, this is the Chihuahuan ridge-nosed rattlesnake, Rhino Vipers. The ridge-nose are some of my favorite, not only for their appearance, but kind of their small size and stature. Their color and pattern is beautiful. The variability of their head patterns throughout the different subspecies are very interesting, and then that upturned snout is also very cool.
This is like for protocol purposes, so if there is a bite that happens, you know what animal it is, and we have all these printed out. So for each species there's a printout of that particular protocol for that particular animal. So you just go grab that and then head out to a hospital. And in most states you have to have things labeled, and permits and like the protocols and like all that stuff, they will come check you and make sure you are up to standards.
So this is one of my favorites. I loved them before we started keeping them, and then once they got here I just was completely hooked. This is the Ethiopian mountain viper, Bittis Parvayakila. We have a subadult trio here, and this to me is probably the coolest aspect of these animals. A lot of people, when they think of Bittis, they think of baboons, Rhino Vipers, these big heavy-bodied snakes. Never in a million years would anybody think that these animals climb. These animals are elevated on a daily basis. If you look over here in the male's cage, another 100% elevated off the ground. The way that they move throughout the day with their basking period and whatnot is just very, very intriguing. They're definitely, I'd say, the hottest reptile we have. So we take extreme caution when working with these. Try our best to just work around them, not really have to have too much interaction with these animals if we can avoid it. It all comes down to how you interact with them. If you're very slow, deliberate, and patient, they kind of act accordingly. Right. But if you start rushing them at all, or you know, once that stress starts taking over, they get really puffy, and they'll do all of their defensive posturing, and they're like all the Bittis, they're very good at the sudden out of nowhere 360 backflip strike with extreme accuracy, where they launch like more than half the length of their body. So despite their kind of sluggish appearance, they're extremely physically capable animals.
So Stephen, for those that don't know, the bucket with the label, what's the point of all that with the snakes?
It's just an effective and safe means of transport or temporary holding. Obviously, labeling very clearly what's going on in the box with the screw-on lid. No snake can pop it open. So it's a safe way to do it, and safe for everybody around as well. Where it's very hard to miss this right here.
Yeah, bright red.
This reptile, and like this lid here has a little window in it, so you can.
Oh, so you can see it in there.
Yeah, you can look in there, kind of see where the snake is first. With some of these vipers, they'll typically stick on the ground, the terrestrial ones, but some of the arboreal stuff, the lapids, they will occasionally like wrap around the top of the bucket. So it's good to get a little peek in there before you're opening it. And then it also has this little eyelet here to actually use a hook to
pop it off.
Lift it
oh,
up.
so you gotta use your hand.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. Probably one of my favorite venomous period. Now these are pretty bad to get bit by, you're saying, right?
There have not been recorded deaths, but there have been very few recorded envenomations from Ming Shins.
Okay.
But based on their venom yield alone, especially from big ones, they can deliver quite a punch.
And they get to be what, about 6-7 feet, you were saying?
6 up to 7 potentially. Yeah, 6 is about average for adults. They're definitely one of the larger viper species.
That's a big viper.
Oh yes.
Not a camo pattern or anything. That's so sick.
These are captive bred from Europe. They're a little over a year old.
So Des, you're excited about this one.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite clubs. This is the Tarahumara, and it's a little baby, but it's
what the heck?
super freaking adorable.
It's like a little Dalmatian snake.
Just check out that side of the purple coming through.
It's so tiny too. Look at this. Look how quiet the rattle is when they're little like that.
The little yellow button on the rattle. Basically a pink and turquoise snake.
Yeah, this is super cool. You can see the blues and the turquoises a lot in the sun too.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring this one out here. Especially the face shots with that mottled pink and black.
Like you definitely wouldn't see that inside.
Yeah, this, I mean, these are up there with some of the coolest, most unique of the little montane rattlesnakes. Another one that aren't too commonly seen either. Special animal here. This is a high orange Chihuahuan ridge-nosed rattlesnake. And
Chihuahua what?
Huh?
Chihuahua what?
Chihuahuan ridge-nosed rattlesnake.
Face that beauty this way over here.
So
You
this
weren't kidding when you said the orange too.
Yeah,
it's definitely orange.
So these often have a kind of brown to subtle orange, kind of yellowish color palette.
Look at the eyes too.
Is this from Kyle?
Another Club King production.
Yes, indeed. As much of our collection is. But this animal here, we were very lucky that he let us take this animal. It's just extremely special. Kind of very faded out pattern like a lot of the Silas will get, where it almost looks like a solid orange snake from the right angle, the right light. We have a younger female who probably needs another couple years before she's ready to breed, but when the time comes, a litter of high orange Silas would be absolutely incredible. This is called the many-horned adder. It's Bittis cornuta. So I mentioned earlier when we had the Parvayakila out, there are many of these tiny Bittis species. They're also montane, and their colors are just incredible. So this snake here will max out under 2 feet long.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're very small. Much lower toxicity than their larger Bittis cousins, so to speak, but they still have the same kind of attitude. Those like quick strikes.
Super quick, it looks like.
Yep. This species is from Namibia, and
what's the potency on this venom?
Not super toxic compared to the other Bittis. Obviously, nothing to take lightly. Where a bite would still require treatment, but not nearly what a gaboon or a rhino bite would entail.
Did you get as girthy as a gaboon or no?
Proportionally, yeah. You can get a good close-up on the head. You can see where they get that many-horned name from. You know, you think Rhino Vipers, you think of their horns. These guys have the horns of the Bittis genus. Literally, they're like eyelashes.
That's so cool. Those like
really
pastel-y oranges on them.
Like powder blue, orange, brown with all those highlights. They're special animals.
You're awesome. Oh, she's coming for you. And what is this one, guys?
This is the Lateralis chloride. Hold on. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Alamo Waco Banded Rock Rattlesnake.
From Waco.
From Waco locality.
That thing's crazy. I love when any snake has like white on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not like that.
And this came from Kyle Vargas, good friend out in
The club team.
good friend out in Texas.
This is a Rattlesnake Willardi amabilis, the Del Nido ridge-nosed rattlesnake, another Mexican species, very uncommonly seen in captivity, known for that incredible red coloration. This is a male, only one we have. Their females are almost impossible to find these days, and potentially, personally, for me, my favorite venomous snake species right here.
This is your number one?
It's up there, but damn close. These things are incredible. Just stare at that red coloration all day.
I love their head. The white.
Like the white stripes on the side.
Yeah. Oh, look at him go. Look at the tail.
Oh, you're so tough.
He's like, I will mess you up.
This is Drake. This is our Mexican black-tailed rattlesnake.
He's a big boy.
Don't worry, Mom.
He's sitting pretty still.
Check out that head pattern.
Oh God.
He's just saying hi. How old is this guy?
They're full-grown adults. Not exactly sure their age, but I would guess probably between 7 and 10 years old. This is the Alvarezi, the Chihuahuan black beaded lizard. This is our big male. He's a big and alright. Big puppy dog too. They come in a variety of looks, but kind of what everyone's after is that solid, kind of dark brown to black appearance. And we're really lucky on our pair. There is not a single yellow spot on either of them.
He's chill.
Yeah, he's very chill. They are still in brumation right now. They brumate a little bit longer into the spring, part of his chillness. But other than that, this is a very, very calm animal. He's never shown any signs of being defensive or whatnot. The goal is to get eggs at some point. These are very, very seldom produced in captivity.
Where are these, Des?
Lepidus?
They're so green.
No, Lateralis. Rewind that.
It looks like an Lateralis.
So this is Parvayakila Lateralis, the side-striped palm viper from Costa Rica and El Salvador, and they are compared to the marchi, the species that is in the Montanum right now. These have much better distribution in the wild, but are almost have no captive representation. So we have a pair of these, and
right
my
here.
guess is there are probably less than 20 of these in the country between private and zoo hands.
Oh wow.
So definitely it was an honor to even be offered these animals in the first place. They're only in here right now because they did not go down for brumation this year, but once the overnight lows are back up into the 60s in the Montanum, they're going to go back out there, where this room cools off a little bit in the winter, so it's tolerable for them without any additional supplemental heat, but they definitely thrive in that high elevation montane climate as well.
You're so sweet.
Yeah.
right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that extra spicy episode that I just filmed. Spicy because they're hots, venomous. You get it. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Shout out to Steven and Desiree. Thank you for showing off your awesome collection of venomous. I love venomous. You know, I don't have any because California, but getting to experience that and see those awesome venomous snakes, amazing time. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.